Hello again, and welcome to another last week's news today. The Summoner is finally here on the PTR. I played it for a couple of hours and found all the pets working well enough, with the Guardian being my favorite with his big old stomp. Weaving spells that cost mana and the essence using abilities was engaging enough for me, and I can see that once all the abilities are working, it'll be fun to play, especially once the pet bar is in the game and it makes swapping pets easier on the fly. Either way, keep an eye out for those who have access to the PTR, which should be pretty much everyone that has Alpha 2 access, so y'all can give Summoner a test run so you can leave some feedback on the new dev discussion, which I'll link below. Also, real quick, Steven replied to someone asking about player duels coming in November, stating that it is only a stretch goal, so let's hope they have time for those who want it. So Intrepid is also still hiring for those out there looking for work in the gaming business. They could really use your help if you are an expert in the economy, a technical artist, or many different types of engineers. Finally, we've got a good size update this week that had a little trouble getting off the ground, so much that it was delayed several hours and they wound up turning the PTR on so players could do some more Summoner testing while they worked on the issues, which means, as always, the game is an entire work in progress, and the so-called live servers are really just a test environment that we are able to access all the time. There ain't anything gonna be sticking around forever, and rollbacks and other setbacks are likely to happen. It does suck, and sometimes we all just gotta remember that even though we're playing a game, we're here to give feedback to help evolve the product into something we'd all be proud of in the end. Hell, even I just play a couple hours a week until they add in more questing. Either way, we have some patch notes for the Alpha 2 update 0.16 or 0.16 if you prefer. Now, I don't want to go over every little point here, so feel free to pause the video on each section or check out the link below the video. Big economy updates with somewhere around 400 recipes were fixed that were missing ingredients, and another 150 bugs related to crafting recipes were corrected. Gatherables will now consistently show the same interaction, regardless of rarity. This also includes daffodils to have a consistent coloring across the world, which was the big exploit a lot of people have been using to gather hordes of legendary ingredients. Also, it seems world boss recipes will now require epic or better rarity materials to craft. Next, settlement XP display bugs have been fixed so that progress no longer looks stuck on the UI. Also, we can now grab settlement cloaks at citizenship vendors. Thankfully, ranger thorns will no longer cause guards to attack the owner of the thorns. And also, just as thankfully, drowning animations have been updated. Here's a big one for PvP. They've removed the ability to crowd control non-combatants that are citizens of the same settlement, which I do kind of like, as we should all be working together to help make our settlement a better place. Kind of makes settlements a bit more faction-like, I suppose. And also, guards will no longer attack their own settlement citizens during settlement wars, and there will be a 1 hour long setup timer before they start. Up next, they fixed a few quests, but notably the Warhelm Curse can be acquired through dialogue or by finding a ring off of the Lonely Zombie. So that's pretty cool. The UI got a new raid and party frame options added, as well as the zones of influence borders on the world map were updated. And speaking of updates, over 1,000 icons were updated, such as reagents, caravans, mounts, consumables, crates, gear, and gatherables. And for all those who had trouble with elevators and the anvils, they should no longer be getting stuck. But just in the off chance, or if you're in a hurry, there are teleport NPCs to allow you to skip them. Also, the lighting has had some additional passes done for the pathways to Hammer Rest and Bonfire to make them more intuitive to navigate. The ruins of Cephalion have also received a similar treatment. Well, that's it for this week. Remember to be kind to one another, and I'll see y'all next time.